And the Emerging Technology Fund is actually why we're here today, and to celebrate that and to see it having an impact in the market and actually be a part of the recognizing these companies and you know what it's doing and supercharging, if you will, the research environment in our state. It's harnessing all of those amazing people's ideas. It's encouraging them to do even greater things as they innovate and invest. And we know we're blessed to live in Texas. I mean, we look around. Even if you don't pay attention to all the mainstream newspapers' doom and gloom, and look underneath and see what's really happening across our country, we've got some of the finest universities in the world. We have this cadre of talented and bright researchers, and they're, you know, and historically their ideas all too often gathered dust on a shelf. They innovated, they came up with great ideas, but that we never took it to the next step. And the Emerging Technology Fund is our solution to that problem, but it's not, and frankly, it's not what people are used to seeing from government, Todd, when you think about, and I give one great example is Ann Richards was a very talented, capable governor and a lady who had the wonderful gift for gab, and you wanted, if you wanted to go spend an intriguing evening with someone, Ann Richards would probably be on your list of really intriguing people to go have a dinner with. But the fact is, when she was governor, she didn't have any tools to help bring businesses into the state of Texas, Jim. I mean, she didn't, and that's one of the things that, as we sat and we talked about, how do we get Texas to be this incredibly competitive place? And the Emerging Technology Fund was one of the ideas that came out of that. And frankly, we did lay some things on the table, Bill, that people aren't used to seeing government do, and we're different. And the Emerging Technology Fund's different. It's not a giveaway. It's kind of a unique idea in Washington. I wish they would take a look at that. But it's using these funds as incentives and investment that spur innovation. You know, and Texans kind of like that. They like bright ideas. We love turning these ideas into ventures that ultimately create wealth and jobs and help people's lives. The benefits yielded by this effort just aren't financial, as I said. It's about really impacting people's lives in a powerful way. The idea that this state is putting forth the effort to find the cure for cancer. You know, think about companies like 21st Century Silicon and Salerno, who are on the edge of pushing for energy independence in this state. We want Texas to be the place where people come when they think about where do I want to be to find the big new next thing in energy independence, in the alternative fuels. I want them to think Texas. These are a couple of companies. Think about how Sendient and Wham can improve the way that we communicate with each other. Reflect on how Modria's products will make businesses more efficient, how the Chipotle group can solve some of the key water challenges that we have in the desert Southwest. And finally, think about the quality of life that will flow out of the new medical technologies being developed by companies like Gradalis and MacuClear and Orthokymatics. I mean, that's really where we make an impact, where it's people's lives that are saved and changed forever because of what's going on in one of these companies' laboratories and the inventive and innovative minds of their researchers. Today we celebrate these companies. We celebrate these companies that are being created out of our efforts to find those next great ideas, ideas that by and large are born in our universities. We're here to invest in the development of their products, and ultimately they're going to create jobs, turn a profit, and keep our state's economy churning. That's the beauty of all of this as it comes together. This group of economic development gurus here sitting on the front row have been following this effort for so many years. They've been partnering with their cities and areas, with the universities, and in turn with companies like these that we're going to honor here. I would argue that our Emerging Technology Fund is the mechanism for enhancing a school's magnetism for investment in innovators. Jim, you and I have had the conversation before that, you know, where's the next Tier 1 institution going to be in Texas? I will tell you, every place that is getting these emerging technology funds, every place where you're seeing the innovation, it's already happening. There are some folks that, well, you know, we got to get to going to get another Tier 1 institution in the state of Texas. We're going. We're headed that way. These companies are working with those universities today as we move there, because that higher education is essential to our state's overall success, and for that matter, the success of our citizens. You know, these folks are part of that Texas mindset, and things that breed success in every area of endeavor, the kind of success that's increasingly rare in the world during these tough economic times. And I don't want to get off into that speech, but you know, one of the things I'm really proud of in Texas is that we are continuing to expect people to be responsible, to be disciplined, to be focused. We're going to reward innovation and discipline and responsible activities, and these are great examples of it today. We have made the conscious decision to hold down spending in this state. We have made a conscious decision to have a regulatory climate that is predictable and fair. We made a conscious decision in this state that we were going to have a legal system where the businessmen and women and or medical professionals didn't get sued out of this state frivolously. We made a decision that we were going to invest in an accountable public school system so that these companies know that when they come here, they will find a skilled workforce. There is a reason, and it did not happen by accident, that Texas today finds itself as the #1 exporting state in the nation. There is a reason that more Fortune 500 companies call this state home than any other. There is a reason that 80% of all the jobs created in the year 2008 were created in Texas. That's a powerful statement. Get your arms around that. 80% of all the jobs created in America were in this state in 2008. But in these tough economic times, we do need to invest wisely. We need to strengthen our state, create jobs, continue to create jobs in the state. And that's why I've asked the legislature to continue the funding of the Emerging Technology Fund, of the Enterprise Fund, and I might add to create a new fund to promote the film industry in the state of Texas and to incent them to come and invest in our state. I happen to think that that's the competitive blueprint of why we find ourselves at this particular juncture as other states are having difficulty, and some of them keeping their doors open, but some states really struggling economically. As companies are driven away from those states that heap new taxes on them, and you know, I don't want those states to do bad. I truly don't want California to fail. But as they make decisions that are driving businesses out, Texas's doors are going to be open to them, and we're going to tell them, you come here, you bring your researchers here, you come. This is a place where you can flourish and grow. And when they get here, what they're going to find is a bias for relevant research and a culture of innovation that rewards the best and the brightest. That's the message that they're going to see and hear from Texas. So this evening, as I speak on behalf of 23+ million people whose tax dollars are flowing to keep you all growing, and that's what today's really all about, is to say thank you to these companies and to marvel about the lives that you will change and the state that you will help grow and develop, and to continue to be the beacon of all of America as a place where free enterprise still is important, and to be reflective of the independent spirit and the visionary people that call themselves Texas. God bless you, and thank you all for being here and being a part of this.